We're in the midst of my chat with the president of the Oakville, Milton and District Real Estate Board, Ken Mazurek. And Ken just briefly mentioned condos. Now, when it comes to condos, it seems every developer wants to build them. But on the other hand, there's constant news of how the condo market is dead. So I asked Ken where the Halton condo market currently stands.
What we're seeing is kind of a difference of almost two condo markets. You have units that have traditionally been tailored to investors. So these are smaller units. They're likely for someone who's attending university, maybe moving out for the first time, and they're really geared towards renters. Those are having a little more trouble moving right now because we don't have investors in the marketplace, given increased borrowing costs, given economic uncertainty. Many of them are kind of pulling back from purchasing. Condos that are geared more towards owners, so that might be two bedrooms, or 2+1 bedroom, things that are more geared towards like a couple, maybe a small family, that are really targeted at someone who's going to live there as their primary residence. Those are performing a bit better. But right now, once again, it really also goes to just overall high inventory levels. And then you pair that with the fact that potential condo buyers, with the changes to CMHC, are now saying maybe we can stretch a bit further and get into a home, get into a low rise, a townhouse, a semi-detached home. So the condo market's kind of had a bit of a double whammy with the rental market softening, economic uncertainty, increased borrowing costs, and then potential buyers looking at low rise homes when they had previously been looking at condos.
The rental market is softening. I want to pick up right there. Is that the case? Because all I ever hear about the rental market is it's just simply too expensive for people to get into. They're having a hard time maintaining rent. But is it actually softening? There's more out there and available?
There's more out there and available. We still are dealing with very limited inventory in terms of vacancy rates, but we are starting to see a bit of price resistance and even softening in some areas for what you've just stated. It's overall affordability. People are just looking at the dollars and cents, and they're having to make those difficult decisions of, am I going to pay a bit more to live in this area? Can I make this rent, or is my money allocated better somewhere else? And really, it's just a redistribution of where people are looking within the GTA. Previously, where people had been very focused on a specific town, a specific neighborhood, a specific area, they're maybe a bit more open to looking a little further outside from their desired neighborhood, simply because of affordability. So we have seen some softening. It's not been a crash, but we are seeing some gradual softening. And that is, once again, welcome to tenants. There's both sides of the housing equation, right? We always kind of focus on maybe sellers and landlords, which, they obviously are looking for the highest rent or the highest possible sale price. But the other side of the housing is the buyers and the tenants, and they're hoping for improved affordability. And we are very much advocating for improved affordability through new housing initiatives, through housing starts, to try and get people into that first home, to get them into that first condo, to really get them into the marketplace. That's been a big focus of our organization and our members.